Okay. All right, I'm recording. So welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Jen Steiger. I am Senior Sales Director from not Delaware anymore. I'm in Maryland right now. I forget where I am. And so we're really excited. So this is, yes, I am not Michelle, big surprise. We, the legacy family of sales directors, that is Michelle Williams, and Wendy Lane and Kai Dewberry and Tisha Scott and myself, Jen Steiger. The five of us all come from the same national sales director. And so that we're a legacy family. And you know what? I don't know if you guys realize this, but we are not that far removed from Mary Kay Ash herself. Do you guys know that? We're like fifth from Mary Kay Ash. So if everybody can mute themselves, that would be great. Or I can mute everybody, but I don't want to have to do all that. But yeah, we're not that far removed from Mary Kay. I'll have to find our legacy line because there's from our national Kathy, there's another national named Pam Tull that we're like cousins with her. And there's like 3 people above her and then Mary Kay. That's it. And so it's really, really interesting. So we are the legacy family. And what we've put together for you is a brand new consultant pink boot camp. It's 5 classes long. Okay, so it's 5 sessions each Monday, 8:30 Eastern time. Wendy, I think it's 5:30 your time, right? And the span of the country. And so every week will be a different director in our legacy family to teach all of you. Some of you guys are brand new, and this is really great for brand new consultants. Of course, we expect you to go through all 5 classes. And some of you are not brand new. You're here because you want to improve your skills, right? You want to learn. You want to have that, you know, sorry, I'm going to mute you. You want to have that skill. You want to have that confidence in yourself and in your business. So I'll tell you really quick about me.
What happened?
I'm going to work for about 45 minutes. I'm going to train you guys for about 45 minutes. And then for the last 15 minutes, we're going to open it up for questions and answers. Okay. So a little bit of Q&A at the end. Yeah, I am in Deal Island, Maryland. I'm on the East Coast. I've been with Mary Kay for 26 years, which is amazing that I've been with Mary Kay for 26 years. It's crazy to think about that. And I've earned, I don't know how many cars I'd have to look it up, but I have a whole list of accolades, of course. Really, the reason that I got into Mary Kay was because I love the product. Anybody love the product? Raise your hand if you're like, I love the product. I want this stuff for half price, right? So I got in because I wanted half price Mary Kay. And I was a personal use consultant for about 5 years. Okay. So did you ever come into Mary Kay and you look around or you see people and you're like, oh my gosh, she just started a second ago and she's already in her red jacket. You know, do you ever see that? You're like, or how'd she do that? Well, I'm here to give you hope because I was in for 5 years before I even really held a party. Isn't that nuts? Right? And now I'm a 2-time pink Cadillac sales director with some offsprings. And, you know, my beautiful offsprings are on here with us tonight. And, you know, we're building this amazing, amazing organization. So what I'm saying is it doesn't really matter how you start, right? It doesn't really matter how you start. You can at any moment make the decision that you're going to invest in yourself, in your business, which is what you're doing right now by taking the time tonight to be here with us, to learn more skills and to take action to grow your business. Anytime you have a freedom, you've got that free will to do that at any time. So I'm super, super excited to be your first teacher tonight. Make sure you're taking notes. Make sure you're writing things down. I'm going to pray a little prayer to God to help me give you the words that you need to hear. And, you know, Mary Kay's, before Mary Kay would get on stage, I don't know if you guys know this, before Mary Kay would get on stage to teach or speak or anything, she would always pray to God, dear Lord, fill my mouth with worthwhile stuff and nudge me when I've said enough. And so I always pray that too. So my class with you is about goal setting and time management, goal setting and time management. And we do have a lot to go over, of course, because those are 2 really great, exciting, well, time management is not so exciting, but it's necessary. Goal setting, guys, goal setting is so exciting. Goal setting is so exciting. So I want to cover that first. And I've got some other things to share with you and to show you to help you to support these trainings. There's some documents that your director will be able to pull and give to you to help you support you in these trainings. So the first thing with goal setting is, as a brand new consultant, whether you're new or you're restarting or whatever you're doing, whatever place you are in your Mary Kay business, you know, you have to have a goal for your business, right? You need a goal for your business, because without a goal, there's no direction, and time goes by and there's no path to run on. So you really do need a goal. Now, there are a number of goals that you can set as a new consultant, as a brand new consultant. Let's talk about that for a second. If you're really fairly new in Mary Kay, a couple things that I would suggest to you to write down to help you would be, hold your launch party. If you haven't done that already, right? And if you feel like you need a restart, you want to use May as kind of a brand new month, then hold a launch party. Why not? Doesn't matter how long you've been in Mary Kay. The other thing that I would look at is to get Great Start qualified. Talk to your sales director about becoming Great Start qualified with at least a 600 wholesale in. If it's your very first order, she'll go over inventory with you. Maybe you'll decide to be a star consultant right out the gate with your Great Start order, where you can get the bonus products from the company. So being Great Start qualified is a great first goal to set along with the new consultant launch party. The other thing that I would suggest to you is to use your bestie coupons. Do you guys know what your bestie coupons are? You might not know. Okay, so if you're new, again, if you're in your Great Start period, that 4 months Great Start qualification period, you have sorry, my light is not working right. You have 3 coupons that you can give to 3 of your besties that they can have $25 off their starter kit to join your team. So one of the best goals that you can set as a new consultant is to use those coupons. Add 3 people to your team as soon as possible. For your launch party, you're going to be learning how to build customers. And through your bestie coupons, you're going to be learning how to build a team. And that's really working full circle in Mary Kay. But those are a few things that I would write down as my first goals in Mary Kay. Hold on, I don't think I put my, let me see this. I might have to hold that there. My little ring light is going to die. So you guys are going to get the dark side of me. There, I'm going to have to hold that up just like that, or you're not going to see me. I swear, I can't wait to leave this house. I can't wait to get a new house with a new office that is like all set up. Sorry, I'm still having issues because I recently moved here. Okay, so Great Start qualified, bestie coupons, launch party, a few things as a new consultant, okay? So really, let's talk about after that, goal setting after that. So in your Mary Kay business, one of the best things, and this is a document that your director can give to you. I'm going to do a little quick screen share here. And let's find it. Okay. Can you guys see that where it says my monthly sales goal tracking sheet? All right, listen. This is so exciting. Brand new consultants, or if you've been around for a while, this is a document that I would highly suggest. Now, everything your sales directors are going to tell you, everything our legacy family directors are going to share with you are all things, they're all recommendations. They're all things that we're sharing out of our experience and our wisdom. And when it comes to goal setting, the best thing I can share with you is that you need to have a monthly goal. And a lot of times, if it's tied to money, that's a great idea. Okay, so this monthly sales goal tracking sheet is going to help you create, and again, this is a conversation you want to have with your sales director. Let me see if I can make it smaller so it goes in there. If you guys can see that, I'm not sure. You're going to have a monthly sales goal that you get to create. How much money do you want to make in Mary Kay? All right, you may have come into Mary Kay for a lot of different reasons, to get that half price product, to have fun with your girlfriends, just a lot of different reasons of why you would want to be part of Mary Kay, of this company, and of your director's team. And they're all fantastic, but I'll tell you something, if you're not bringing in income, if you're not making money with it, you're not going to stick around, right? Why would you invest your time in something consistently when you're not getting anything in return? So we're running a business. Money talks, ladies. And wouldn't it be exciting and wouldn't it be amazing to say, oh my gosh, I paid the electric bill with my profit from my Mary Kay parties this month, you know, or I paid off my credit card, or I put money in the savings account or the vacation account, you know, or I was able to pay for my daughter's dance classes from the profit I made from my Mary Kay business. Whatever that is for you, I highly suggest that you have this conversation with your sales director to create a monthly sales goal. So, you know, and a profit goal. I mean, a profit and a sales goal are two different things. And money management is, we're not going to go over that today. But basically, like a really quick thing, you're going to hear about a 60-40 split when it comes to money management. And so half of everything you sell goes back to restock your shelf. So you always have product on hand. So you're running your business well that way. 10% of everything you sell should go towards business supplies. Section 2, which are samples and bags and all the kinds of things like that. Preferred customer program, which you'll learn about that. So 10% of everything you sell should go to run your business. That's your business expenses, okay? And then 40% is going to be your clear profit. So when you're looking at this sheet, and again, I would suggest print it out. You need one for every month. You're going to write your name on it and write the month and write down what you're saving for. And this is really important when it comes to goal setting. Not just that you're going to create a goal and you're going to say it out loud or you're going to write it down in one place, but you actually really want to get involved and emotionally involved in it. What are you saving for? What are you working this business for? What are you creating these? Why are you going to go to the classes and learn how to do this and talk to your girlfriends and hold a party, you know, and create that? Why are you doing it? So it'll say here, you know, I'm saving for blank. I need profit, this much profit. So the amount I need to sell is X. So you'll talk to your director. She'll help you create that formula and figure out what that is. And then guys, put a picture of it on here. Whatever that thing is that you want. Is it a vacation? Is it a new purse? Is it you want to pay that electric bill? Whatever it turns out to be, get a picture of it. And then the most fun part is every time you sell something, the little thermometer there is going to keep you on track. It'll show you, you track what you sell, and then you track what you order with the company as well. And this will really help you when it comes to things like, and if you're new, you might not know about Spark, which is that every month we get this Spark jewelry, Spark, yeah, it's always been jewelry except once, I think. It was a keychain, but we get the Spark 600 wholesale Spark every month, and that will fall into Star Consultant, which is another great program that is always, always, always a goal, which I'll talk about that in a second. So this is such a great sheet to use. I highly, highly recommend it because you can see visually what you're working for. And then every time you sell something, every time you place that wholesale order, you can track yourself. And there's something that happens in your brain when you, who likes to write a list and check things off? Any of you guys? I'm sure, yeah. Write a list, check things off. So when you fill in something like, you know, your goal, you're tracking your goal and you fill in that, you know, oh, I sold this much, I sold this much, I sold this much. It's the same thing as when you create that list and you check things off that you got done. There's a little hit of dopamine that happens in your brain. You know, there's this little feel-good chemical that is released in your brain when you accomplish these things, as small as it might seem. I'm telling you, I'll get excited for you if you sell an eyeliner, right? Get excited for yourself if you sell a mascara or whatever it might be. Every time you have a sale, every time you do a virtual party, or if you're face-to-face with people or whatever you're doing with however you're working your business, every time you do one more income producing activity, or you can check something off on this list, or you can fill in that thermometer to get closer to your goal, that hit of dopamine is going to happen in your brain, and that chemical is going to get in there, and it's going to give you that feeling of winning and that feeling of confidence. And that's why you set goals, guys. That's why you set the goals, because it helps stretch you, right? Of course. But every time you track that goal, so this is really about tracking. Every time you track that goal, it really helps you to have that feeling of winning. and build your confidence just a little bit more. And then you want to come back and do it again. And you want to come back and do it again. And you want to come back and do it again. And so I have to tell you this, and so those of you who've been in Mary Kay for a while with us, or maybe some of you are brand new, this is kind of like a skill that you're going to take into other parts of your life. This is not just all the things that we're going to teach you during these 5 weeks of Pink Boot Camp. A lot of these skills that you're going to take into your life and you're going to use them in your life. Goal setting, absolutely is vital in your business, but in your life as well. And one of the best things is if you're a mama, if you've got any kids, they're watching you. And you know what? They're watching you. And if they see you setting goals and tracking your progress on those goals, oh my gosh, what a great teaching moment that is. So the monthly sales goal tracking sheet is one of those documents. Your sales director is going to get that to you. I highly recommend it, like I said, to print that, set that goal for May, start right now with that, and have that strategy session with your sales director. Your sales director is your best friend. She really wants to make sure that not only are you confident in what you need to do, but she's going to help strategize with you on how you're going to accomplish these things. So that is one thing I wanted to share with you when it comes to goal setting. I love that. I love that tracking sheet so much. I really, really love that tracking sheet so much. A couple other things I wanted to share with you that are, it's not really so much about goal setting, but it is, I think it's important in our first class together that if you don't have these things already, that you should get them. They're going to help you. Let me go back to here. All right. Can you guys see that it says mobile office? No, did it not change? It didn't change. Okay. I'm not like the best with screen sharing things. Okay, here, I'm going to try it again. Okay. So some things that are going to help you in your business, whether it's in goal setting, time management, or other parts of the puzzle here. A couple things that you should have. I really want to point out to you here in the mobile office, there's a lot of great apps, free apps that you can download and have on your phone, and you can organize them. I have one folder on my phone with all my apps in it that I use for my business. One of the things, again, as a new consultant, that's going to help you with goal setting and tracking is the Great Start app. The Great Start app is a really great app. Not only does it have your MK University in there, but it helps to show you kind of like where you are because you log in using your consultant number and your password, but it helps you along the way as you're going through your Great Start 4-month qualification period. Let me grab another one I wanted to share with you guys. Again, maybe I can't because I'm recording it now, so I can't minimize it. Let me see if I can go over here. Nope, I can't. I cannot. Well, I wanted to share with you some of the apps, some of the other apps that I use, again, which is probably your sales directors are going to go over this with you, like Zoom. We're on Zoom right now. That's a great app you can have. And Voxer, if you guys aren't on Voxer yet, of course, get Voxer. But these are just a few notes that I wrote down. I figured since we're all together and if this might be your first training, I want to make sure that not only do we talk about goal setting and time management, but a couple of those things that are going to save you time, part of time management, where you have all your apps in one place for your business. So the Great Start app, absolutely. And Voxer and a couple other things that now I can't screen share it because I can't find it. So I'll have to go back to that later. Okay, let's talk about time management really quick because, and I'm sure I'll think of something else with goal setting. I'll have to come back to it. Time management, this is a big one, guys. Time management's a big one. So raise your hand if you feel like you're a busy person. Let me see you. You got a lot of stuff going. Look at it, all of us. We are all busy people. We have life, right? We have life going on. Maybe you're married, maybe you have kids, maybe you're single, maybe you're working 3 jobs, maybe you're taking care of parents, aging parents. I mean, the list goes on and on. So we're all busy and we just live in this world of everyone's busy. I mean, I don't know the last time I met somebody and they were like, I'm so not busy. I've got so much time to do everything I want to do. Like it just doesn't happen. We're all busy. So now you're adding this to your life, right? Now you're putting this Mary Kay business on your plate. And the beauty of it is you can do as much or as little as you want with this, right? You can do a couple hours here and there. You can do 20 hours a week. You can do everything. I mean, you could do whatever you want with this. Oh my gosh. Guess what? Nothing is going to happen unless you make this a priority. You guys know that. You made it a priority to be on here tonight. I thank you for that. I appreciate you guys for being on here tonight. You made it a priority. You put the time aside to be here. And guess what? You're going to do it again next Monday and the following Monday and the next Monday and all the Mondays until you get your 5 classes done, because you know that it's smart to invest your time on something like this. So one of the best, I have to find this now. Hold on. I've got to find this. Is this it? Hold on. Okay, I'm going to show you one of my most favorite sheets. And again, this is a document that your sales director is going to email you, so you have it. When it comes to time management, really you have to figure out, number one, your goal, right? Your goal is tied to your time management. Because if you said, Jen, I want to earn a Mary Kay car, I want to build 100 customers, and I want to make, $5,000 a month in my business, and I want to be a car driver, but I only have 2 hours a week. Does anybody see an issue with that? Right? Like that doesn't match. Doesn't match. All right. So we really need to look at what our goals are. How much money do we want to make with this? How many customers do we want to build, or just whatever that your goal is in your business? And again, your sales director will have these one-on-one conversations with you to help really help you get clear on your goal. Oh, I know what I totally didn't say about my goal, about your goal. And this is tied to time management. Your why. Didn't even say that. Yeah, you guys, I'm so sorry. I have like a migraine. So I'm not, if some of you know me, you might be thinking, what is wrong with her? Why is she mumbling over her words? I have a monster migraine. But I love you and I'm here for you guys. Okay. I might not be my usual self, but I'm here for you guys. Okay. So going back to your goal, because this is tied to time management. So when you set a goal, you need to know why you're doing it, right? Couldn't we all agree on that? You have to know why you're doing it. And the why part isn't really tied to a dollar. The why is not really tied to your income. It's not really tied to winning a prize or, hey, did you know that when you go through all 5 new consultant classes, did you know that you're going to get something from your sales director? She's going to love on you. She's going to celebrate you for going through all of these, these 5 new consultant bootcamp classes. Okay. But that's not why you would do it, really. There's a deeper reason why you would invest the time in this. And for whatever goal you set, whether it's to, sell $200 a week or $300 a week, or, you want to earn $500 a month or $1,000 a month or earn a car or whatever your goal is, there's got to be a why tied to it. And the why is usually emotional. It really should be emotional, actually, right? Usually it's emotional. So one of the homeworks I'm going to give you tonight is I want you to write down your why. Now if you're brand new or you've been around for a while, well, if you're brand new, you might not know, but if you've been around for a little while, then we're in the last 2 months of the Mary Kay seminar a year, May and June. This is it, sisters. We're in hustle mode. We're excited. There's a lot of buzz happening. There's a lot of people joining our teams, a lot of parties happening. There's a lot of activity, and we're excited to see all the wins. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, what's your goal for just the month of May? Or I would say May and June. Where do you want to end up by June 30th in your business? How do you want to help your team? What does it mean to you to do that thing? What does it mean to you? If I say, what's your goal by June 30th? And you write it down. And then the next question is, what does it mean to you? Why are you going to put yourself out there, make yourself vulnerable, step out of your comfort zone, stretch, work when you're tired, work when you have a migraine? Like, why? That hurt. Why? This is so so we could probably talk for 3 hours about your why. Okay. This is really the most important part. The goal is the visual thing. It's the thing on the surface that's going to help move you forward. That's really the goal. If you're brand new, you're a great start qualified. That's a goal. Or your bestie coupons and you get 3 new team members. That's a goal. Okay. You might not know your why yet. You're brand new. But your why will reveal itself. It really will. Okay. It's usually emotional. It's usually tied to some deeper thing in your life. It could be your family. It could be your children. It could be, you know, like, okay, I'm going to share one of my whys, and your why changes as your business changes and as you mature and you change in this business. And just as a woman, one of the reasons why I work so hard and I get up every time I fall down, because I don't know if anyone told you, side note, you know, you're going to mess up in this business. You're going to fail. Did anyone tell you that? You're going to book stuff and it's not going to hold. You're going to recruit somebody and they're not going to do anything. Did anyone tell you that? So I'm just here, like, full disclosure. Guess what? Stuff's not always going to go perfect. But guess what? You dust yourself off and you get up and you work again. You keep going because there's a why. There's a deeper why. So for me, one of my whys, and yeah, it makes me cry. So one of my, and your why should make you cry. One of my whys of the reason that I work hard in this business and I have goals and I have vision. And again, we could talk about vision for 5 hours. It's one of my favorite topics, is because I do not want to end up like my mother. I'm telling you, I'm being honest. I don't want to end up like my mom. I love her, but she did not take care of herself. She has Parkinson's disease, which she can't control that. But she's living in a place, and she's where she is in her 70s, where she's not healthy. She's not happy. She's, you know, like, I look at that and I'm like, I don't want to do that to my own children. I don't want to live like that. When I'm in my 70s, I have a different vision of who I want to be. And I'm only 44, but I'm thinking about, okay, when I'm in my 70s, please God, I get that far. I have a different vision of where I want my life to be. And that vision costs money. You know, that vision, like where I want to live and what I want to surround myself with and where I want to be and my health and my physical body and all these things I think about. I work hard because of that. And that makes me very emotional. I work hard now because of what I see for myself later, what I want for myself later, and what I don't want for myself later. Does that make sense? And that doesn't have anything to do really with, I couldn't tell my customer that, well, I want to hold a party with you so I don't end up like my mom. You know, like, it's, that's not, like, your why is very private. Okay. You can share it with people, of course, but it's emotional. It's private. It's that thing like that in the middle of your gut that just keeps you moving forward when you don't feel like working. So your goal, whatever your goal is, needs to be tied. You can have a short-term goal for May and June. And then you can have a long-term goal for 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Really, and we don't have enough time to go into really a whole goal setting. Like, that's going to be an advanced class at some point, because that's a whole very, you know, it's a long thing. But you need to figure out what your why is. And if you don't know how, just get a pen and paper. And this is your homework tonight. Write down a short-term goal for yourself, for your business. Write down a long-term goal for yourself, for your business. And start jotting down some reasons why you will decide to work towards these goals. What is the little engine that could inside of you? Okay. That's going to help you work towards these goals. And you might have to do a little bit of journaling or brain dumping, you know, and just because the first thing you write down might not be the real thing. Write something else, like keep asking yourself why. Well, why does that matter? You know, like ask yourself, okay, well, you know, I want to pay bills to give my, you know, to give my kids more stuff. Well, why does that matter? Well, because, you know, I love my kids and I want them to be happy. Well, why does that matter? Because, you know, and you have to kind of almost be your own therapist in a sense, in order for you to really figure out what's going on in your head and your heart and your soul and your gut on what you want your life to look like and how you want to live. And this is my favorite thing of Mary Kay in the whole entire world is hope. Write down the word hope, HOPE. I've decided, I didn't tell my offspring sales directors this. I was going to say my offspring nationals, but we're building a national area, and I always thought, oh, I'll call it the Fearless National Area. I even have that written down and stuff. And that I decided a couple months ago, I'm like, that's not what it is. We're the Hope National Area. We're the Hope National Area. This business gives us hope, guys. Hope. It's the best word in the whole entire world. Hope. Okay. But yeah, you have to set a goal, and you've got to figure out your why. What's going to push you to work and put one foot in front of the other when you don't feel like doing it, or when somebody said no to you, or when you had a failure? Why will you get up and do it again and again and again? This is the biggest thing that Mary Kay gets to give us, is hope. As long as we play the game and have a goal and know our why and remind ourselves often, you have to remind yourself often of why you're doing this. What do you want and why are you doing it? That's goal setting. What do I want right now? What do I want in a year? What do I want in 5 years? What do I want in 10 years? And why do I want it? Why is it so important to me? Okay? Because guys, guess what? You're the only ones who are going to give it to yourselves. It's you. That's it. You're in charge. You can take personal responsibility and create the life you want. You really and truly can. Okay, so that's a big lesson there. So let's talk about time management, because it's all tied together. You are going to make the time to build your business when your why and your goals are clear. When your goals are not clear and your why is not clear, there's so many distractions. Life is filled with so many distractions. Oh my goodness. Life is filled with so many distractions. TV, social media, other people, our own thoughts, negativity. I mean, you know, on and on. Hey, if your cell phone has all the notifications turned on, I would suggest you turn them off. You don't need to have dings going on constantly in your brain. It's actually not good for you. You know, it stop every time you stop, let's say you're thinking about something, or you're in a project and you get a ding because somebody liked a picture on Facebook, then you have so many seconds of pausing, and then your brain has to restart whatever that thing is that you were doing or thinking about. So there's a whole psychology behind this, which of course we're not going to go into right now, but the notifications on your phone, I mean, just shut them off. You know, just shut them off. Seriously, it will save you so much time. If you're a TV person and you get stuck on the TV, turn it off. Turn it off. One of my favorite words is discipline. That is absolutely one. I've like fallen in love with this word recently. Discipline. Write down discipline. Discipline will give you freedom. Discipline now will give you freedom later. And that has to do a lot with your time. Where are you spending your time? So when it comes to your Mary Kay business, I'm going to show you, I think I got this pulled up. And again, I started talking about it and then I stopped. All right. Yay. Do you see this? Weekly plan sheet. Okay. Can you guys see it? Okay. So this is in the docs for this training. I really like this one because it has one of our favorite sayings at the top. 3 + 3 + 3. Well, faith first, family second, and career third. But 3 + 3 + 3. Guys, if you're brand new, or you've been in a year, or you've been in 5 years or 10 years, or whatever you've been in, right here, 3 + 3 + 3, that is your weekly challenge. That is the track to run on for whatever you want in your business. So a weekly plan sheet, what can you do with this? Of course, we have a date book, right? You must have a date book. But the weekly plan sheet is really going to help you figure out and track yourself. You should take this, see the grid, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. One of the things you could do is print a handful of them. You should have one for each week of the month, but you want to print one as a practice. And I'll give you a little assignment as well. One of the biggest things that we'll hear people say is, oh, I don't have time for Mary Kay. I don't have time to grow my business. I don't have time. I don't have time. Well, a couple things. If they had a real goal with a why, they would make time, right? Because people say I don't have time, and then they go spend 3 hours sitting in the movie theater. wow, yeah, I didn't know you had time for that. You know what I mean? Or they'll spend, you know, I would hate to see how much time we spend on Facebook, you know, or on social media or Snapchat or Instagrams, whatever you're doing, you know, we are wasting time. People have so much more time. We have become masters of wasting time. So I'm going to use my favorite word, discipline. We're going to get disciplined on our time management, because discipline equals freedom. Guys, write that down. Discipline equals freedom. And we know that when it comes to where we spend our time. So a couple things you can do with this. If you're new, or you're just however long you've been in, take this, print it out, and write in everything you do already in your life. Write everything in there. And there is a whole color coding system. If you want to get into color coding, there's training on that. But, you know, write in your work. You know, if you work for somebody, when like all your work hours, when you get up, when you get a shower, when you work out, all your work hours, dropping the kids off, picking the kids up, making dinner. You know, you got kids and they're in sports, write that down. You've got date night with your husband, or you're going to church, or you have, you know, if you're Wednesday night church, your Sunday church, whatever your life looks like already. Honestly, write it down. Okay. And then you're going to take a look at this grid and you're going to say, where can I fit my Mary Kay in? Or you're going to say to yourself, what am I doing? Is everything on here serving me the way I want it to serve me? Because if it's not, what changes can I make? Because I've got new goals and I am going to spend my time in places that serve me in my future goals, you know, my future self, right? So this is such a great exercise to do. Really take it and write everything out that you do in your life already, and then find the nooks and crannies for you to grow your Mary Kay business, because I promise you they are in there. If I can know a woman that's got 8 kids and works 70 hours a week and she can be successful in Mary Kay, you know, well, she's figured it out, right? We can figure this out. We can figure this out. So I really enjoy this sheet because, again, it helps you track and plan where you're putting your time, one thing I will tell you, well, 2 things that I would tell you to make sure you mark out are these Monday nights, and there's only 5 of them. All right. So you just got until June, whatever it is. So there's 5 of these Monday nights, and then talk to your sales director and find out when your weekly success event is and mark that down. You don't want to miss your weekly success event, because that weekly meeting, whether it's face-to-face or it's virtual, however you guys do it, that is going to feed your soul in your Mary Kay business. That is going to feed you to keep working. It's going to inspire you. It's going to educate you. So that should be a weekly staple on your list. And then find out, do you want to hold 1 party a week, or 2 or 3 or 5? Write them down, figure it out, mark out the times. One of the best time managements I've ever learned is that, you know, in Mary Kay, there's no boss, right? We don't have a boss telling us what to do or when to show up or anything like that. You are the boss. So one of the best things I learned to do was have the same schedule every single week in my business. Oh, how freeing that was. Meaning, I know, and when I started this, I was single, and then I was married with 2 babies, and I worked this all the way up. My kids are now grown, like they're grown-ups. One's in the Navy and one's off in Philadelphia. And so I raised my kids growing my Mary Kay business. And I was the band mom. I was the president of the band boosters. I mean, I was taking care of everything and everyone. And what I did was I would have the same set Mary Kay schedule week in and week out. I knew when I was doing my meeting or going to a meeting. I knew when I was holding my parties. I did it the same time week in and week out. So I created my schedule for my business. And then as I talked to people, I would pop them into my schedule. Does that make sense? You know, like now with virtual, are you kidding me? It's so much easier. Holy cow. I could do a Mary Kay party on Facebook Live in 30 minutes. I don't have to pack my car and drive somewhere and be with them for 2 hours and then fill my car again and drive home. It's not, I could do 3 parties in a night. And that's something I want to tell you guys. Like, I know Thursday nights I hold parties. I know Monday nights I hold parties. I know Wednesday after my meeting, I hold a party. You know, I don't work the weekends. Me personally, I don't do this on the weekends. I don't work the weekends. So create your Mary Kay schedule around the life you have now, but be aware if there's things that you're doing in your life right now that are not serving you, Ask yourself, okay, can I move that out of my schedule and put Mary Kate in that place? You know what I mean? Because if you have goals and you know what you want right now and in a year and in 5 years, and your why, you know your why, like that burning gut desire of what you want your life to look like and to be like and what you want to do for others because of your Mary Kay business, you will figure out how to make this work in your schedule. You will figure it out. And the other thing about having a set schedule, of course, there's always flexibility, and that's one of the blessings we have is flexibility. But the other, if you have a family, you know, if you have a husband or, you know, kids or whatever, and you know, okay, this is when I hold my parties. This is my Mary Kay meeting. Like it's the same thing week in and week out, week in and week out. Your family is going to support that more because it'll become familiar. Does that make sense? Like they'll know, okay, this is when I'm working my business. This is when I'm working my business. Rather than it just being like, okay, I might do it this night, I might do it that night. Have a set schedule. Just like if you went and got a part-time job and they handed you a schedule, you create that schedule and you put it on the fridge, share it with your family. This is when I'm working my business. This time, this day, week in and week out, same thing, week in and week out. There's really so much more I could share about that. Oh, the other reason, again, why I love this, I went to 3 + 3 + 3. You're going to hear that a lot, 3 + 3 + 3. This weekly plan sheet not only helps you in time management, but it also helps you track that 3 + 3 + 3. That would be 3 parties. Guys, I'm telling you something, holding 3 Facebook Live parties a week is like, I can't even tell you how easy it is. Talk about time. It's like a no-brainer. I don't understand why not everyone's doing it. Because like I said, it would take, so like to hold 3 parties a week where you have to get in your car and go to someone's house and stuff like that, that takes a little bit longer than 3 Facebook Live parties a week. You could do that in one day, 3 Facebook Live parties, 3 shares, 3 career chats, and $300 in sales a week. So that is such a great track to run on. And this plan sheet right here helps you track that stuff. It helps you track that stuff. And really, I love that. I love that sheet so much. All right, it's 9:15. Let me see. I'm sure I forgot things. But I love goal setting, guys. I just want you, as a new consultant, get excited about dreaming. Do you know what I mean? Get excited about dreaming. Get excited about creating goals. Get excited about your vision. Get excited about what do I want my life to look like in a year? You have that. It's hope. Again, it's hope. Okay, get excited about that and understand that it takes discipline, which I want you to love that word. I want you to get excited. You know, who's ever heard discipline and like right away you're like negative? No, I don't want that word. I don't want that in my, right? It has that negative connotation. Let's flip that. Let's change that. Let's love discipline. Let's love discipline, because you know what? When you're disciplined in one area of your life, it automatically, you start to get disciplined in other areas of your life. Who would like to have a stronger, fitter body? Do, right? Who would like to have better money management skills? Right here. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, it starts with disciplining yourself in time management. You know, who wants to have better nutrition? You know, right. Discipline is such a great word. It's such a great word. It's freedom. Discipline is freedom. And really knowing your goals, knowing your why, having that vision, and having the discipline to do the activities that are necessary to help you get where you want to go. Guys, it's the best thing you can do. I'm telling you, your Mary Kay career, your Mary Kay journey it's gonna give you so much more than you signed up for. It is going to give you so much more than you signed up for. And learning better time management skill through using a weekly tracking or weekly plan sheet and tracking your wins and tracking your successes. That is, it's going to give you so much more throughout your life. Okay, a couple things that I want to share real quick, and then I'll open it up for questions. I want you to write this one thing down. This is all, well, no, it's 2 things. Okay. And I want you to keep these somewhere. Put them in your office or put them in your date book. Success is hidden in your daily routine. Success is hidden in your daily routine. So true. And the other thing that you need to know about your Mary Kay business, and you want to write this down, consistency is the key. Write that one down. Consistency is the key. That is so, so vital. All right, so real quick, and I just pulled this up and I forgot to share it, and then I'll open it up for questions. The 6 most important things to do list. This is a big one. You'll hear about that. If you did you guys read Mary Kay's the autobiography, What Came in Your Starter Kit? If you didn't read, make sure you read that. Or if you don't have it in your starter kit, if you started with $30, then you can order it. It's like, I don't know, probably $5 or something like that. But Mary Kay, of course, she was so amazing and such a genius, and just gave us so much in this company and taught us so much. And one of the things she said is, and this is part of time management, is your 6 most important things list. So every night before you go to bed, make sure you have your 6 most important things list for tomorrow for your business. Don't do it when you wake up in the morning, because when you wake up in the morning, you got to run into the day sometimes. And it's not always a wonderful, like breezy, slow morning. Sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, give me coffee and get out of my way. Like sometimes we're just in a rush. And so we want to, tonight, before you go to bed, this actually helps in 2 ways. Before you go to bed, write down 6 things you're going to do in your business tomorrow. And at least 4 of them should be income producing activities. Income producing activities are things like booking your new consultant launch party, or booking your Pearls of Sharing chats with your director and a few of your girlfriends, coaching upcoming parties, working with your hostesses and your guests, selling product. That's an income producing activity, obviously. Okay. Team building. So something with recruiting where you're following up with somebody, or you're doing a career chat with them, or you're booking the career chat. All right. If you have team members, then you can reach out to your team and talk to your team members. There's another great income producing activity. And then there's other things like writing thank you notes or moving your inventory, putting your inventory on a shelf. But those things are just like one thing on your list. The other things on that list really should be income producing activities to help you stay focused and to help you grow in your business. Okay. So 10 minutes. Why don't we open it up for questions? What questions do you guys have about goal setting, vision, discipline, time management, weekly plan sheets? Or directors, if there's anything that I missed, please feel free. Does anybody have any questions?
I just want to know who the real Michelle Williams is.
Oh.
Well, the real Michelle, stand up. Yeah.
That is so funny. I didn't even notice that, Kai.
There's 2 of us. There's 2 of us. Yes. Directors, what do you want to add? Anything that I'm, that I might have missed? There's so much. It's hard to squeeze this training into 45 minutes. You know what I mean, guys? It really, really is. It's hard to squeeze this into 45 minutes, but there's so much to share. Does anybody want to share one of their goals? If you jotted down a goal, anybody want to be brave and share it with us?
Okay, so my goal is to finish what I started last month.
Mm-hmm.
What, that $100 looked really good in my bank account. So I'm working on it.
All right, so be specific. What is that goal? Everybody, tell everybody.
Adding more team members.
How many?
So I got 1 team member last month. So I got that instant $100 bonus.
Mm-hmm.
So now I will be adding at least 4 more.
How many?
And I'm just saying that. I'm not saying I'm gonna be. I will be having 4 more.
Ooh, 4 more. Awesome. Now
that is my goal, and I'm working towards that goal.
So Taisha, then when you add 4 more, you're gonna finish this month as a team leader.
Mm-hmm.
You're only 1 away from red. So you'll be finishing the month as a team leader. So did you hear what I said, guys? I wanted her to be specific. Right. This is a great, I'm glad that we had that little, back and forth. It really is important when you're creating your goals that you are specific. Okay, that is vital, because again, all right, let's talk about your brain for a second. I'm really kind of obsessed with, and of course now I can't remember what it's called, but like those things, how your brain works. Okay. I'm tired and my is not working correctly right now. But the way that your brain works is really fascinating when it comes to creating habits and neural pathways and, what we think and what we say and how we act and react. So when you create a goal, it needs to be specific. All right. And we can actually tie this into affirmations. So Taisha, one of the things that you might want to start saying to yourself every day right now, write it down, repeat it out loud multiple times a day. I'm so excited to add 4 women to my team this month. I'm so excited to add 4 women to my team this month. These women are amazing. These women are fantastic. Now, one of the things I'm going to show you guys is, see this piece of paper? I know you can't read it, but there's a whole lot of writing on the front and the back. This is affirmations. This is something that I repeat to myself. I can read it out loud every day, morning and night, multiple times throughout the day. It's tied to my goals. It's tied to my vision. And your brain doesn't know when something is true, actually happening. It doesn't really matter if it's actually happening in the real world or if it's just happening in your brain. And that goes for negative things and positive things. Whatever you say or you think, again, your brain doesn't know between reality and imagination. So your brain's job is to go into action and make that thing true. Do you know that? Your brain's job is to go into action and make that thing true. That thing that you just said or that thing that you just thought. So your brain's going to talk to your body and you're going to start doing actions. You're more like a robot than you actually know. Like your body just starts doing stuff. And so what would the outcome be if you said to yourself multiple times a day, booking is so hard. I can't book. Nobody wants to book with me. What do you think is going to happen? You're not going to book.
You never book anything.
Because you just told yourself that you can't. And your brain did. Your brain said, hey, you're right. You can't. You can't do it. So we're going to continue on that path and we're going to make it very difficult for you to get out of that thought process. But what if you said to yourself, oh my gosh, everyone I know wants to book with me. I am a booking machine. I book parties every day. Now, what do you think your brain's going to do? You're right. Yes, you can. Let's go to work. Okay. So your brain believes everything you say and everything you think. This has to do with your body image as well. This has to do with your thoughts about money as well. This has to do with your thoughts about relationships. It's everything, every single thing. Okay. So let's start with some discipline. Again, we love that word. Love that word. I love that word. Let's start with some discipline in our thought life when it's tied to our Mary Kay business and our goals and our time management. Make sure you are saying and thinking positive things that will only bring you positive results. Because it starts there first. It starts with you making the decision that you can book parties. You're really good at time management and you're going to fit this in. Everybody wants to book parties with you and hold Facebook Live or Zoom parties with you. You sell a lot more than you ever thought you could. And guess what? Everyone wants to join your team. So you're going to be in that red jacket in no time. And you're going to continue to build. You're going to earn a Spark this month. You're going to be a star consultant. You know, your brain says, yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. Yes, you're right. Let's go do that. Let's go do that. We're doing that. So it really works together. Guys, you have to master this up here. You really have to master your thought life. And that's going to flow into everything else. It really is. Okay, 9:27. Any other questions? Weekly plan sheets. goal setting, time management, anything else? Directors, you want to add anything? You're also,
I just want you guys to love on Jen and just, you know, do you guys have some parting words to say? I mean, she just, oh, wow. I mean, I took pages of notes. I always love listening to our directors speak and stuff. So unmute and, you know, let Jen know what you heard that you're going to implement in your business.
So one of the things that you said, Jen, that I wrote down, discipline now will give you freedom later. And that really, I highlighted that on my page.
yes, yes, good, good. I'm glad to
I
hear.
agree. I'm going to use that with a team member
Good.
who needs motivation at the discipline part.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's a gem. Thank you.
Awesome. Good, good. You're welcome. You're welcome.
I'm excited to use the weekly planner.
Yay. Woo, good. Get your schedule on there. And the fun thing is, and really have fun with it. Maybe I'm just a nerd, but I am kind of a nerd if you guys don't know. I get excited about planning stuff. I get excited about that, right? Like the organization part of it. And then learning, oh, here's another way to use your, oh man, I totally forgot this. Oh my God, I'm having a hot flash. Sorry, sweat. I gotta take off my jacket. Okay. I am having a hot flash and I'm done. Okay. Here's what we're going to finish with. If you are consistently noticing that, hey, I can't fit this in. I'm having a hard time with my time management. Has anybody ever had that happen where you're like, oh my gosh, where does the time go? Where this day, it's 9:30 at night. What the heck? Where'd this day go? Where did the week go? Oh my gosh, it's already May. What happened to April? Okay. So if you have these moments where you're like, okay, my time is running me. Do you ever feel like that? My time is running me. Okay. Track yourself, get a weekly plan sheet. And you can also print one from like the one that I shared with you, the one that's in the documents that your director can email you. Has the 3+3+3 on it, but this one you can print from Mary Kay In Touch. This one's just very simple as well. And this one's on In Touch, I think, or your director can get it for you. And you do a little experiment for 1 week and track your time, what you're doing every 30 minutes. I challenge you, honest to goodness, I'm not even kidding about this. I challenge you to get that weekly plan sheet and keep it with you. It's your new best friend. And don't say, well, I'll track it on my phone. Don't do that. No, no, no. I'm telling you, pen and paper. Write down what you're doing every 30 minutes. So this is not you planning. This is you're recording everything you're doing for every 30-minute increment. You're recording what you're physically doing. And then at the end of the week, show it to your sales director. All right. Oh, Morgan, I saw that face. Because you're going to be like, holy cow, I waste so much time.
You want us to email it to you? Is that how you
You
want?
can take a picture of it. You can email it to your director. You can, I don't care how you send it to her, just get it to her. Because what she's going to do is she's number one, she's not going to judge you on where you're spending your time. We are not here to judge you. We love you. We are only here to empower you and make you better people, okay, in this business and in life. And what we're going to do though is we might be able to see things in there because we're removed from your life. We're going to be able to see things in there that we can point out and say, hey, listen, let's talk about where you spent, 4 hours on Facebook. Let's talk about that, or whatever, I'm being silly, but you understand what I'm saying. I guarantee if you take the next 7 days and you record what you're doing every 30 minutes, you are going to shock yourself on, you think you're so busy, you're going to be shocked at how much time you're wasting. But you know what? We can't fix something we don't acknowledge. You can't fix it if you don't acknowledge it. And this is going to help you see what's going on for real. So I challenge you to do that. I really do. You'll find more time in your life, I promise. So it's 9:30. Our first class is done. Thank you all.
That was some great training. I loved it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hey, guys, there's 4 more classes. This is a series of 5, and then it starts over again. And you know, you're here. If you're brand new, thank you. If you've been around, I know a lot of you have been around for a little while. Thank you for being on here. Now you know what your new team members are going to be getting every week from us. Okay. All the new team members that are coming into the Legacy family are going to be going through this series of classes. So we're excited to be doing this with you and for you, and we're excited to grow together. We really are. So, all right, guys.